What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Typot News here, and welcome to What Remains of Edith Finch. Now, this game came out a couple weeks ago, about the same time as Little Nightmares. And from what I understand, it's about a girl who's in a house learning about her family. That's about all I know so far. So I'm going into it about as blind as you guys are. Let's get into it.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you. And I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Oh. Alright, a slow stroll.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Is that your house?
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Yeah, that obviously worked out so well.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh. Okay.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
I actually have a body, which I'm extremely happy about. So I'm Edith Finch. Must I go up or down? I'll go down. Doesn't look like the correct way, so that's the way I'll go. So when have I ever done anything bad?
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
So
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent.
Could you give me a moment?
As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Please. I'm getting flashbacks to that movie Monster House. I don't know if any of you saw it, but weird. Definitely creative? Is that the right word? I don't even know. Are you going to talk again, Missy? Oh, so it didn't matter which path I took. Okay. Basketball. Basketball. Basketball.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Wasn't an important house. I'm still dreaming about it.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Who's missing? Milton Finch. Is that your brother that died? Such a jerk. Is that your brother that died? That Milton there?
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Looks like a fancy house. Got another Milton Finch. Yep, Milton Finch.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Oh, of course not. Because why would there be a straightforward path? Freaked me right. It's like, alright, already getting into that. Because why would you
Crawling
try?
through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. The power had been turned off the night we left.
Interesting books. Cosmic cuisine, delicious and jerky. Oh, a lot of cookbooks. Important. Something, something, something. Yeah, it must not be that important. I can't read it. That's a nice car. I don't even need the seal, but to know that's a nice car.
For the first time in years,
Okay. Edie, Dawn, Lewis, Milton, and Edith. Unless
I
that's
felt
Eddie.
like I was home.
Oh. You left all these books here when you left? Goodness. Flour, salt, water, yeast. The Pacific.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Okay.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Lucky ducks, no restaurants deliver to my house.
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
I'll stop interrupting you.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Okay, so it's Eddie or Edie.
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Grandmother or grandpa?
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Grandma Edie. Okay. Is that who you're named after? An orca. Definitely appreciate that.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Whoa. Excuse you, words.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Thought I saw words underneath there, but those may have just been the same ones sliding down.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
It looks like it. Did that happen when your brother disappeared?
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Definitely seems like a great-grandma thing to do. There go the words. Ooh, okay. I get it. I'm an idiot. They've been guiding me the whole time.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin. The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Grandpa died young. Just this. Just come on.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
And I missed some downstairs. I'm just gonna check those out.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
That's a little sketchy. Is that the noise? For once, a music box that doesn't sound. It's so creepy that you want to just turn the game off.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Whale sharks. What is that? Carp?
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
That's what it unlocks.
Turns out,
20,000
my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
under the sea.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Alright. Sounds like it's about to be beginning. Am I still crawling?
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Oh.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Alright. Looks like we're about to take our first steps into the game.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
I want that. If I ever get gerbil, hamster, or anything like that, I must make that. Necessity.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. My Halloween candy was all gone. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
This is definitely like... Okay, I don't remember how old she is, but this sounds exactly like, I don't know, an 7, 8-year-old. I love it. This is adorable.
I kept eating and eating.
Alright, that one's questionable.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Okay. This child... Okay, now that's not typical 7.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
She gonna eat a bird?
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Alright. Suddenly you're a cat.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Where do I go?
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Okay. Where'd you go, birdie? I was really hoping I wasn't gonna just die.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Look good.
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
I'm gonna hunt mice now, aren't I? Gonna hunt her gerbil. Okay, this is awesome.
Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
I'm gonna find the cat. This is awesome. Yeah, it's a little morbid, especially for how young
A
she's
mama
supposed to be.
rabbit.
But this is awesome.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
All right. Okay. Can I? Okay. This game is amazing. This is the best thing ever.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
This game is a gift to mankind.
I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
It Am I supposed to be listening or am I just doing something? Okay.
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water.
And then
When
I was a
opened
seagull.
my eyes, everything had changed.
Am I still a shark? I'm an octopus. You're serious? This is the best game ever. Am I gonna eat another
Now I was a
human being?
monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Okay, this game is going nowhere where I thought it was, but I'm okay with that.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
All right.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't. was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Okay. I just have to stop for a moment. Creepy as hell, but this game is amazing. I am already loving this, and this is nothing like what I thought it was going to be. And I'm sorry if I'm not talking much. With all the speaking and text, I didn't want to interrupt.
I got closer and closer.
Is it her own bedroom? It's her own bedroom. Unless it's her gerbil that I'm supposed to be eating. Am I eating her mom and dad?
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
So she was 10. Okay.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
I want to see if... No, I can't go back here. Okay.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
So to catch us up on where we are now. Mom never told anything. 17-year-old daughter's back in her house after they had moved out 7 years ago. Brother Milton went missing. Never showed up again. And Molly turned into a cat, which turned into an owl, which turned into a shark, which rolled down a hill, and then turned into the Kraken. And then ate herself. Probably. Okay. I'm just rolling with it. I'm gonna keep going. This is fantastic.
When he told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. And misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
You took your house with you? All right.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Oh, well, that explains the orca on the wall, too.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Ingeborg. I like it.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
It's quite the posh bathroom for Grandmammy. Oh, it's got
The only
chair.
trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
I also appreciate the slight sarcastic undertones. Always brings a good feeling. I already just like the title of that book. Yeah, not obvious at all. There's a
secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book. Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Milt. That's the brother. Alright, before we take our first steps into Fort Calvin, I think we're out of time for this episode. This game is fascinating, and I love what it's doing so far. Sorry if I haven't been talking much, because all the text, all the speech, everything going on, I don't want to interrupt it and ruin it for you guys. But, as always, thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Catch you on the flip side.